Welcome back, everybody. It's been a while since we've been thrift store shopping for Halloween. It has been Christmas time. We came back from Christmas vacation to our house to find Santa left us an indoor swimming pool in our basement. Apparently the pipes froze and burst while we were gone, and it's flooded my basement. It's never a good sign when you see water pouring out your windows. But we have thrown away a lot of the things that were damaged, including a lot of my Halloween stuff that was just all waterlogged. So we've got some room to spare now. I guess we can go into the Goodwill and see if there's anything we can find to fill that storage room back up. So let's go see what we can find. So here it is, less than a week after Christmas. There's still quite a bit of Christmas merchandise here on the shelf. Looks like there's some Easter too, but let's head down to the Halloween section. Now, it's been a while since Halloween. I kind of expected there might be a little bit more stuff here, but maybe once the new year comes and people are doing their early spring cleaning, we'll see a bit more stuff. We've got a couple of kitten pumpkins here. You know I like to look for my ugly pumpkins of the month at the Goodwill stores. Maybe we need to start looking for the cute pumpkins of the month as well. There's an ugly one there, not too bad though. Oh, look at these. So we've got some skulls, and they are little blowers that look like they have flame effects coming out of the top of their head. Only $3. That is an amazing deal. I would like to see those like on the top of a cemetery column. I've been debating what to do on the top of mine. I put some lanterns up there last year. Usually I had candles. Something new would be good. Little leery about buying them here in the store. Don't know if they're going to work or not. I'd almost gamble it for $3 each because I love the flame effects. I actually bought one for a campfire effect in my last Halloween walkthrough. I looked at several places, Amazon, Spirit, and whatnot. They were all like $30 each. So if you wanted a pair of those, $60. Gosh, really debating those. But let's see what else we've got here. Those little boots that we just saw, I don't know if those look like they're actual kids' boots, maybe like a little witch's costume or whatever. It would be a good opportunity to use those if you're making a witch display as well, and you need some interesting witch boots. A couple of different kinds of signs here, little yardsticks, only $1. You know, I've been noticing lately that the Goodwills have been pricing their stuff a little high lately, but these actually seem to be very reasonable prices today. Maybe because it's so far away from Halloween and they want to get rid of this stuff. But like this is absolutely a Dollar Tree sign. They went $1.09 for it. Of course, Dollar Tree these days is about, $1.25 for the minimum now. So you're saving a little bit, but it doesn't look like anything at the Goodwill is under $1, but things like that really should be more like 25 cents. We've got a bunch of different costumes. This, again, is perfect if you're going to make a display. I'd like to look for the pirate costumes, because if you get a kid-size one, it usually will fit like the skeletons that you can buy. And then you've got a costume for your skeleton. But really, you could do that with any of this stuff. And it's so much cheaper than, of course, buying it full price. Even if the costume is a little mucky. I mean, it's a Halloween display, and it's not that big of a deal. All right. Got some bowls and things over here. A little plastic pumpkin. These things can run, $10, but here, $3, that's not a bad price. I actually like getting the light-up jack-o'-lanterns and pumpkins from the Goodwill. Just because, again, you can save a lot of money. And it never really looks bad, I think. Well, occasionally it can, but for the most part it wouldn't. Lots of different costume options. If you wanted to get your costume ready for next year. Looks like it's mostly kids and women's, though. Maybe the men don't like to donate their old costumes, wear them year after year like I do. $1 for that little wooden sign was a good price. I always like to check the book section as well to see what kind of books are available. Not because I want to play with this activity book, like actually I honestly kind of do, but usually you can find some interesting artwork and illustrations, and I have taken some books like this, cut out the illustrations, and framed them. This book is a book of smells, Halloween smells, so I guess it's got scratch and sniff things. That kind of grosses me out just a little bit. I wasn't about to try it here in the store, and I don't know if it still smells. All right, I'm going to go ahead and head over to the other Goodwill store to see if they have anything better. Before we go on in, I did want to say a special thank you to all the patrons who help support the channel. If you are interested in joining our Fright Club, be sure to check out the link to my Patreon page in the description below. Support is greatly appreciated. Now, there is such a vast difference in how these Goodwill stores operate. I mean, this one kind of jumbles up all of their Halloween and holiday and Christmas merchandise all together, so it makes it a lot harder to find. Remember, that last store had those distinct sections for Christmas, Easter, Halloween. I don't see why it would be so hard in this store to do that as well, or any store really. I mean, you're putting out the merchandise. Is it really that hard to sort it from this side of the shelf to that side of the shelf? I mean, you don't even have to walk that far. That's just my one rant. I've got another one here as well that I experience almost every time I go to a Goodwill store. So here I am like looking at merchandise. Sometimes I'm bent over, down, looking at the stuff on the bottom shelves, and these aisles are fairly narrow. So oftentimes someone else will come with a shopping cart and start walking down the aisle. So obviously I either stand up and scoot in or something so that they can pass me. But they almost never actually pass me. They will stop right where I am and start looking at the shelf, on the other side with their shopping cart there. So it's not like I have any room to maneuver here. Can't bend down and look at the stuff on the bottom shelf because I've squeezed myself in for them to pass. That just irritates the heck out of me. I don't know why people do that. Just move a little bit further. You don't need to stick your shopping cart right there. But I guess that's a little bit better than the times where I'll sometimes step backwards to let somebody pass, because then they will stop moving right in front of me and look at the shelf that I was just looking at, whereas I just stepped back for them to pass. Oh my gosh, it's like people lose their minds and have no manners in these stores. Ugh, drives me crazy. Anyway, I had to get that off my chest. It bugs me every time I go into the Goodwill. So, with that said, let's go ahead and look at the merchandise now that I've breezed past most of it here in the video. As you can see, it's a lot harder to find anything. And the prices here were a little bit crazier. Like, it was $3 for that Ziploc bag full of old cups that I wouldn't drink out of. It's kind of crazy. In fact, you could get a much fuller set of packaged cups at the Dollar Tree. Anyway, so we've got some more costumes here. If you want to be Mr. Incredible, this ninja's kind of cool. I like that light up face, those eyes, those are kind of creepy. All right, that second store didn't really have anything, I think, worthwhile. The first store had those really cool skulls with the flame effect coming out of the top. I was so tempted to get those, but without being able to test them there in the store, I don't want to buy something if it doesn't actually work. So I am going away empty-handed yet again. But we will be back next month to try once more. Hopefully we will be able to find some goodies. Maybe some ugly pumpkins for Ugly Pumpkin of the Month contest. So stay tuned for that. Until then, thanks for watching. Take care and happy haunting.